Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of CMU News. We are so glad you are back joining us. I'm your co-host Berkeley.
I'm Craig Shacklett.
And last week Craig was at G2E in Las Vegas. Craig, how was that?
It was exciting. It was intense, emotional, so much innovation around. I loved it. I love G2E. And one of the highlights was staying up late to watch the Tropicana, the storied Tropicana, implode. I almost said explode, but it's actually an implosion. It was a great thing, and it's got an exciting future ahead of it.
Yes. So we have watched the Oakland A's MLB team. They have played their last game at the Oakland Coliseum, and they have big plans coming up. So in 2028, they're aiming to have their new stadium opening in Las Vegas. But until then, they're playing in Sacramento, but there are some hurdles to overcome before playing in Las Vegas. Craig, having an MLB team in Vegas, what does this mean for Vegas and the world there? Just chalk on taking an MLB team to Vegas.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I think all the professional sports are looking at the success of the Vegas Golden Knights and now the Las Vegas Raiders and how they're doing, and they're like, okay, let's move the baseball team there, maybe eventually a football team, or not a football team, a basketball team to T-Mobile. But it's not all smooth sailing between now and 2028. It's I grew up an Oakland A's fan, so it's something that I've been kind of following for a while. The team, the owners, which is the family that started the Gap, it's the son of the founders of the Gap, owns the A's now. Net worth $3.1 billion, roughly. He wanted to move it to Vegas because that is a way to take his franchise that was not making money, lowest attendance in Major League Baseball, and move it somewhere where he'd get a shot in the arm and be at the epicenter of the entertainment world. He got Major League to approve moving over there. But it costs a lot of money to build a stadium. So anyway, he partnered with Bally's. They decided to move it to the side of the Tropicana. It got imploded. The problem is it's going to cost $1.5 billion. That's the plans to build this stadium. The taxpayers in Nevada, I believe, approved, and I'm not sure if it got put up to a vote with the public, but $380 million in public funds are earmarked for this ballpark. That leaves a shortfall of $1.2 billion. Construction projects almost always go over, so they need some extra funding. They don't want something like the Fontainebleau, which finally got finished after being a shell of a hotel for 10 years. They don't want that at this baseball site. So right now, the ground, the Tropicana is destroyed. Mm-hmm. It's going to be empty. They've got a target of 2028 for that new stadium. Mm-hmm. And they're scrambling to finalize the financing. Yeah. So the owner of the A's saying, hey, we've got $3.1 billion, we can cover it, but they want to get outside investors. So this is one of those things where everyone wants to posture like, hey, we've got the money, this is easy. You guys said, hey, we don't need your money, but why don't you put in money? Mm-hmm. But it's not fully convincing the outside parties that they're going to put in this money because the economy's been going great for a long time, but now interest rates are really high. Money's not cheap. Do they want to tie up $1 billion in this? So anyway, the tie-in to G2E, it was super exciting watching this thing blow up, but it is not smooth sailing to 2028 where there's guaranteed going to be a ballpark open on opening day. But in the meantime, the Oakland A's are going to play in Sacramento. The stadium has a 14,000 capacity, which is perfect for the A's, where they got 10,000 people per game last season, so they'll have some room to spare. And the Sacramento area, they're probably gonna be pumped. Hopefully they'll sell it out. And then word is they may play some games in Summerlin, where there's a AAA ballpark that holds 10,000 people between now and 2028. Yeah. So that's the latest on Tropicana, what's going to happen there with the new stadium. Hopefully it all works out. Mm-hmm. I'm an A's fan. I'd like to see them there, like to see them succeed in Vegas, but it is definitely going to be a rocky road between now and opening day 2028.
Might see you at a game, huh?
I'll be there.
To go to an A's game, huh?
I'll be there. Yeah. I was there through the Moneyball era, saw so many games. But yeah, be exciting to see them play in Las Vegas. Hopefully they have a dome, because here in Texas, the Texas Rangers built this big, beautiful stadium, didn't put a dome on it, and the stadium was around for 15, 20 years?
Yeah.
and then they had
Yeah.
to build a whole new stadium.
Yeah,
So
the roof is nice.
yeah, Vegas, don't make that mistake. Put a dome on it. I'm sure they will. But
Yes. That opens too. Because I love a baseball game with the roof is closed whenever it's hot outside, but nothing beats a baseball game with the roof opened. So it feels like a ballpark with the roof open. So
yeah, baseball, it's a summer sport. There's no way they're making a stadium in Vegas where they're expecting players to play in summer without a dome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
sure.
best of luck
Yes.
to all the people out in Vegas.
Yep.
Hopefully we get that ballpark open. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think it's great for all the properties in Vegas too, because hey, they're always looking for an excuse to call those high rollers in the Midwest or in wherever. Hey, your baseball team's coming out here. Want you fly out? We'll put you up, watch the game, stay in our hotel, drop a few $1,000 at the tables.
Another event to go attend in Vegas.
Yep. Exactly.
Awesome.
All right, everybody.
That wraps it up for this week's edition of CMU News. We are so glad you joined us, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Go Rangers!